What do you get when you take Bee Swarm Simulator and turn it into a tycoon? Well, you get the game My Bee Tycoon. What's up, everybody? This is BubbaTV24. Welcome to the channel. Today we are in the game My Bee Tycoon in Roblox, and I'm rolling around here on a worm, and I got some bees around me. This is a tycoon that does take some big inspiration from Bee Swarm Simulator with some of the you could say nods to the original game. We're going to get into this because it's a bit of a long tycoon. There are a lot of things that are kind of hinted at Bee Swarm Simulator, but I don't know how much more is actually going to be added to the game because it came out like a couple years ago, and so I'm not sure if they're just done developing it or not. But it is a fun tycoon. It is long, so let's go ahead and get into it. As you can see, we've got this huge facility here from here all the way over to here. We have a lot of rooms to get into, and basically the way that this game is played is very much like your typical tycoon. You've got money and you got to take it and basically buy areas, and those areas will make you more money. However, going through those areas and getting your money up is a little bit harder than a normal tycoon, and it is a little bit more involved. So money can be used to hatch bees, and as you can see, I have not hatched a whole lot of bees. I'm not actually even sure what happens when you fill in the hive here. I'm not really going to worry about that. I'll leave that up to you guys. We're just going to do a quick run through of all this stuff because there's a lot more to it than just building this area. So we're going to come into here. We have a weapons area, and you're going to need these weapons later on. And these are sometimes bought with royal jellies right here. And yep, they're called royal jellies. So another thing that you can do is go to your droppers and actually upgrade your droppers with those royal jellies. So if you come up here, a dropper has an upgrade button. You can actually come here. We'll just do this one, 60 and then 70, and that will increase how much money those droppers make. So there is a lot of stuff that royal jellies can go into, and you are going to need to farm a lot of them, but it does take a long time. So these are your first droppers in here. They're very easy to get. Pardon me if my voice sounds really odd. I've been sick for the past couple of days. I missed the video yesterday, but we're back today. And my voice is still odd. I'm trying to get over a cold here. But we do have some stuff here. We have little rooms and stuff that we can go into, and all these little rooms, most of them have the ability to make more money. So like in here and also in here, but not all of them do. Some of them are just kind of worthless. We got a little kitchen in here, that kind of thing. And this tycoon can get a little bit confusing just from trying to move around and find everything. So you do want to make sure you have your button finder up if you're looking for something. Although sometimes the button finder can get a little bit confused about where it wants you to go. It is asking me to buy something with royal jellies right now, which I think is the last thing, but I'm not going to do that. Just kind of wandering around here. More stuff down here. I'm going to just kind of move on to the next floor just because we're going to take forever if I go into every single little room. So I am riding around on a beetle, and there are mounts here in this game, and these are bought with royal jellies, and you also need levels and stuff like that to get like these weapons. So I have this crab claw as a sword. You do need to get pretty high level to get some of these things, but I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. So more hives up here, and yes, you can get more cashiers and stuff like that up here. So lots of cool stuff on this tycoon, and I do like the aesthetic of all the bees, the beehive, the honeycomb stuff. It's all really nice and really cool. But we are kind of moving through this relatively quickly here. Like I said, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but we do have like my bedroom here, which doesn't really do anything. A lot of this is just all cosmetic for the most part, and it does cost a lot of money to unlock it. So we do have like these little rooms here where bees are just making honey, a little bee cafeteria, just little cool little fun areas, like a little science area, another like little astrology area, stuff like that. We got some little beetles and ants and stuff in here. So if we come up to the last floor here, I believe this is the last floor, we have like a big restaurant area, very cool looking, and more little rooms that make a lot of money. But this is only part of what the game has to offer, because the majority of the game outside of buying stuff is actually spent fighting enemies. So if we come down here to the left, we can see these mounts that you can get in here. You start off with a minecart, then you can get a ladybug, then a beetle. And the last one that you can get, and it's the last thing that I think I need to get, is the piggy. And you get this with royal jellies, and so you might be asking, okay, how do I get royal jellies? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So there is an accessory shop over here. I'm not actually messed with this all that much. You can make your bees look different if you come over here. You can customize them, you can color them, you can name them. You can give them faces, all kinds of stuff. You can even change like what they look like, all this stuff. It's pretty cool, really. For the sake of the video, we're gonna come over this way. Make sure you get your rewards, but you're gonna come out here and you're gonna find these little enemies here. These enemies, these little honey beetles, if you hit E here, you might have a button for it if you're on mobile. You have weapons, obviously right here. But you're going to take your weapons, you can even upgrade them here, like this, and max them out, so they do more damage. But you're going to take your weapon, and you're going to hit your enemy, and you're going to do as much damage to them as possible and defeat them. And every time you beat an enemy, you get money, you get experience as well. And what you're going to do is level up, basically. And the more you level up, the more health you get, stuff like that. But it also allows you, just like in Bee Swarm, when you get more bees, it unlocks new areas. So these big flowers here you can harvest. They will give you XP, money, and possibly a royal jelly. We're going to harvest these little yellow flowers here. They will give you just money and a little bit of XP. And so every area has a basic enemy like this, and it also has like a bit of a harder enemy like this. It also has flowers like this and flowers like this. So once you get far enough in, you can do enough damage, you can come up to the next area where we now have ants. So we have ants and white flowers, and these are all the same thing. Once you hit like level 12 or something like that, you can come up here to this area, which has, what are these, rhino beetles? Something like that. And the flowers are blue. And then once you hit level, I think 18, you can come up here to do your first boss. There are 2 bosses that I am aware of. You're gonna come up here, and you're going to find your boss. So the first boss is a spider. Every time you fight a boss and you kill the boss, you get XP, you get money, and you also get royal jelly. So you want to make sure that you are fighting the bosses every single time that they pop up, because you will get some royal jelly, and it is totally worth doing it. It will then open up this right here, so we'll be able to go to the next zone. And in here, you'll have larva and big larva, right here, and orange flowers, and you'll grind out to here up until you get to the point where you're probably level 20 something. Once you're in here, you're gonna have mushrooms and like these aqua flowers, and you're gonna be able to go up here to the top, go and do the same things up here. You have stumps and yellow flowers, they're lemon flowers. And then once you come down here and you get a high enough level down here, this might be level 40 something, level 30 something, you can fight the next boss, which is a giant mole. So we're gonna come in here and fight this guy and defeat him. So just go ahead and like jump on the middle of his head like this and attack him. And we got him down. We got a couple of royal jellies, so not a lot, unfortunately. And we opened up a new teleporter in here, which gets us into an area with frogs, as well as crystal flowers. And this area is really nice as well. This is the next to last door in the game, which will bring us into, what are these guys? These are like these crystal crab things. So yeah, crabs along with lotus flowers, and you will fight in here. Once you hit, I believe, level 50, you can go into this tree stump here, this hollowed out tree, and you'll go into the next boss area. However, the next boss is not in the game yet. So I don't exactly, I think they said it was like a turtle or something like that, but it's not actually in the game yet. So this is not something that you can do for the time being, but that's pretty much it. You just want to grind out bosses. You want to get as many royal jellies as you can. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, once again, I am just sick and trying to get stuff put together for you all, because YouTube does hate it when you take long breaks. But at the same time, I'm resting and recuperating and still getting over this this cold or whatever. And if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. I've been BubbaTV24, and I am signing out.